Christ Triumphant, a devotional of Ellen G. White, March 30. Inner character revealed in actions. Genesis 39, verses 7 to 9. His master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, "Lie with me." But he refused and said unto his master's wife, "How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?" Joseph, in the providence of God, was deprived of his happy home and the teachings and example of his God-fearing father, and his lot was cast in a family of dark heathen. There his virtue was severely tested. It is always a critical period in a young man's life when he is separated from home influences and wise counsels and enters upon new scenes and trying tests. God was with Joseph in his new home. He was in the path of duty, suffering wrong but not doing wrong. He therefore had the love and protection of God, for he carried his religious principles into everything he undertook. What a difference there was in Joseph's case and the case of young people who apparently forced their way into the very field of the enemy, exposing themselves to the fierce assaults of Satan. Joseph suffered for righteousness' sake. While the trials of others are of their own procuring, Joseph did not conceal his religion or manly piety to avoid persecution. The Lord prospered Joseph, but in the midst of his prosperity came the darkest adversity. The wife of his master was a licentious woman, one who urged his steps to take hold on hell. Would Joseph yield his moral gold of character to the seductions of a corrupt woman? Would he remember that the eye of God was upon him? Few temptations are more dangerous or more fatal to young men than the temptation of sensuality, and none, if yielded to, will prove so decidedly ruinous to the soul and body for time and eternity. The welfare of his entire future was suspended upon the decision of a moment. Joseph calmly cast his eyes to heaven for help, slipped off his loose outer garment, leaving it in the hand of his tempter, and while his eye was lighted with a determined resolve, in the place of unholy passion he exclaimed, "How can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?" True religion extends to all the thoughts of the mind, penetrating to all the secret thoughts of the heart, to all the motives of action, to the object and direction of the affections, to the whole framework of our lives. "Thou, God, seest me," will be the watchword, the God of the life. But Joseph was a Christian. He entered into the troubles of his fellow prisoners. He was cheerful, for he was a Christian gentleman. God was preparing him under his discipline for a situation of great responsibility, honor, and usefulness, and he was willing to learn the lessons the Lord would teach him. Letter 3, 1879. Manuscript releases 4, 220 to 223.